and I were talking before I was going to start this video, and I was like, you know how there's this one chick on YouTube? I seriously don't know what her name is, but she dresses like a genie and she cooks like food. And she's always like dancing around. So I was like telling the Mexican, I'm like, maybe I should like start dancing while I'm cooking to get more ratings. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. Anyways, okay, so this is like such a popular drink around this time of year in Mexico. And when Mr. Mexican came to the United States, he only thought that he could make this with green pumpkins because that's all he had where he lived. But then he tried it with the orange pumpkins, the ones that we have everywhere around here, and it totally worked, and it was like the same thing. So the first thing we're going to do, I cut the center out, like the little stem, and I'm just going to like cut this. Basically, I'm going to split it in half. Okay, so I cut it in half, and I'm just going to cut it again into, I'm going to cut this piece into four sections, and then we'll go to the next. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I wanted to tell you really quickly, I wanted to stop. I have about 14 cups of water boiling over here, and I have a cinnamon stick canela, and I'm just going to drop that into my water and let it do its thing while I cut this up. I was going to tell you, I have my friend's Cheetos here. Okay, like my favorite things in the world are Cheetos and lemon Hostess pies. I know, sad. Like, I would eat that every single day. And I had it sitting here on the counter because I was eating it while I was getting prep work done. And the Mexican's like, are you going to leave your Cheetos on the counter? And I was like, heck yeah, because that's like my favorite thing in the world. So, anyways, yeah, I'm totally addicted to it. I know the most unhealthy thing out there. So yeah, we're cutting this up. Okay, so one thing you want to do, get a small pumpkin because you don't want to be wasteful, and really I don't need this whole pumpkin. So I'm using about 3/4 of the pumpkin I got, even though I did get a small one. And now I'm just kind of cutting it into sections, just like this. Leave the seed with it because that is part of the drink. You have to have the seed. Okay, so this is ready to go over into our water. The more pumpkin that you use, the thicker the drink's going to be. So kind of keep that in mind depending on how much thickness you want. Okay, so after this boils for like 10 minutes, we're going to add some piloncillo, which is basically a pressed, unrefined brown sugar that is very typical in Mexican cooking. So I'm just going to swing over here, and I'm going to drop this in with a seed. You want to make sure you put the seed in there. That's very important. Dropping it right down in my water. We're going to let it boil 10 minutes, put in the piloncillo, and then we're going to let it boil another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay there, now we're going to add this in. This has been going for just a little while. This is kind of a to taste thing again, so you're going to want to make sure you taste it when all is said and done. If you need to add more, grab yourself a couple of these when you're at the store because you'll always find something else you can use it for. And then I have anise. And with anise, I'm telling you, you only need like a pinch of this, and it's like a huge flavor added. So like, see that right there? I mean, really, really small. And anise actually is like a black licorice taste if you're not familiar with what anise is. And it also is very commonly used in Mexican cuisine as well. So let me just add a little bit of that. A little goes a long ways. And then I'm just going to let that continue to boil. So our drink is now complete. It's ready. It's so good. And I was thinking, you don't even need like a candle to fragrance your home when you make this because our whole house smells unbelievable. It's like the best smell. It's like a pumpkin spice candle. I mean, really, it's that great. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to pour some into my cup. See, look at how beautiful that is. Look at the color and the pumpkin. It just looks so beautiful. And then I'm just going to, well, don't want to put too much in there. Bring it over here. Now, typically in Mexico, you would do kind of the same thing, like similar to with coffee. Some people like to add cream, you know, to coffee. It's the same thing with this drink. So it's very typical to add a little bit of milk or a little bit of cream to your drink as desired. And I'm just going to give it a little taste. Yeah, it's like, I can't even tell you how wonderful this drink is. Mr. Mexican, do you want some? Hello, Mr. Mexican, would you like to have some? Here, have a sip. Have a sip.
Come on.
Anyways, okay, so Mr. Mexican's sitting there and there's like big drool coming down the side of his mouth because he's always in a hurry. He's like, come on, hurry up with the video. We need to get the video done so I can drink this. Anyways, very good. And I was going to tell you, so you know like how in Mexico there's that whole weepes thing? It's like, I'm feeling so happy. So I'm going to do weepes for you in honor of this drink because this drink makes me so happy. Mr. Mexican's face, you should see him. He's like, oh my gosh, she's not going to do this. Okay, here we go. Don't you love that? I'm actually a little better, but I'm losing my voice, so maybe I'll do that again for you another time. But really, it's that good. So get in your kitchen, get a pumpkin, and make this. And if you're not following me on Twitter, benefits of following me on Twitter is you get updates when I post new videos. Also, occasionally, if I have time, I add a grocery list to the Twitter so that you can do that. And then always join me at marriedtoamexican.com. There are probably 20 or 30 recipes on marriedtoamexican.com that you can't see on YouTube. So enjoy your day. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.